So there's two main things that I recommend when you're picking stocks. And really the key principle that it boils down to is all about following the big money. Hey, what's up everybody? This is Courtney Golden with the Flex Financial Trading Group. Just checking in with you guys real quick. Want to do a quick video. Actually, we're going to put this up on YouTube as well. So if you guys are tuning in on YouTube, definitely hit that like and subscribe button as we're working on growing our YouTube channel, our social media presence. So all of that helps us out as we're looking to grow the Flex Financial Trading Group. So definitely appreciate that. So as a stock coach, mentor, we get a lot of questions from different people who are beginners in the market and people that have experience in the market, but just looking to continue to get some tips and stay sharp in their trading and investing. And one of the questions I got today was someone asking about what's the best way to pick stocks to invest in. And that's a really good question. That's something everybody needs to figure it out if you're going to be in the stock game. And I wanted to give some advice from my point of view and from the Flex Financial Trading Group principles and a point of view that we give our members, and wanted to share that with you all to hopefully help some of you guys out as you guys are also trading and investing in the market. So there's two main things that I recommend when you're picking stocks. And really the key principle that it boils down to is all about following the big money, right? So it's following the big money in the market. That's what we want to do. And that's what we teach our Flex members to do as well. We want to be where the big money is. So what I mean by that is there's two main things that you can do when you follow the big money in the market. Well, there's a number of things that you can do, but two important things that I recommend, and just some tips and advice that I'm giving to you guys all. And if you guys want to follow it, great. If you guys got your own thing going on, that's cool too, whatever you guys want to do. So the number one thing that I want to start with about following the big money, the most important thing you can do, it's all about following the revenues within the company. So you want to understand how that company makes money. You want to tune into the earnings report every single quarter, and you want to follow the company's revenue, whatever company that you're interested in, right? So with the main thing you want to see is the top line revenue. And when I mean by revenue, that's just the amount of sales, right? Most companies are selling things to the public, whether it's a good or a service or whatever it may be. You want to follow those sales and how that company is doing on a quarterly basis, right? So every quarter, those companies are going to report those earnings. And the most important thing that you can see is a continued increase in top line revenue. So what that's going to do is the continuous increase in top line revenue is going to be what attracts investors to want to put money into the stock of that company. So that's why it's important to follow the top line revenue of the company. So every single quarter, you want to see a nice bump up in top line revenue every single quarter. And typically that's going to be reflected in the stock charts, and you're going to see the stock price go higher and higher as the company's revenues continue to increase along the way. So you want to monitor your favorite companies on a quarterly basis, and you want to see that steady increase every single quarter. And what I recommend, when you see a break in that increase in revenue on a quarterly basis, then you want to think about maybe just holding that stock, or maybe selling and taking some profits out of that stock and no longer increasing your position because we had a dip down in that revenue, right? So we want to follow the money in that we're following the revenue of the company. We're following the money that company is making on a quarterly basis, and also even an annual basis. And we're making our decisions to go ahead and keep investing, keep buying more of this stock, or selling out of that stock based on how the revenues are performing within that company. So that's very, very important. And that's one key thing that you can do to follow the money in the market and follow the money with your favorite companies that you're looking to invest in. And I recommend using Yahoo Finance. You can go right there to the financial section. Yahoo Finance is completely free. You can find all the information you need on Yahoo Finance about a company, their financials, the goods and services that they do. You can check out the stock charts right there. You can see all the news about that company and just the stock market in general on Yahoo Finance. But Yahoo Finance is a great place to check out the financials and the revenues of a company on a quarterly and annual basis. So that's number one, right? The second way, and second important way that I recommend following the money in the market, and when it comes to these investing in these stocks, is going to be following the price of that stock. So as stocks are going higher and higher, we know that investors are buying that stock. So investors are pushing that stock higher and higher. So we need to follow the money. And what I mean by following that money, and we're talking about the big money here, we're talking about the banks, we're talking about the college endowments, we're talking about the institutions, we're talking about the big money that actually moves the market, the hedge funds. We're talking about that kind of money when we're following the money. We're not listening to our neighbor or our friend, you know, our coworkers giving us stock advice. We want to go where the real money is flowing to. Where that money goes, where that money flows, that's where we go. So that's following the big time money. So as retail traders and investors like you and I, and you guys listening to this call right now, and myself and everybody in Flex Financial Trading Group, we're all retail investors. So we don't necessarily have the power, unless we collectively do it, we don't have the power to push stocks higher and higher with the amount of money that we're putting in the market. But the institutions that are buying millions of shares at a time, hundreds of thousands of shares or millions of shares at a time in each buy order that they're putting in, they have the power to push stocks higher and higher and higher. So when we see those stocks making big moves on a daily basis, monthly basis, or quarterly, yearly basis, that's because institutional money, the banks, the hedge funds, the college endowments, the real money is what's buying those stocks. So we want to go where the big money flows. That's following the big money. The best analogy I have for that is for my nature people out there. If you guys like nature, I'm a nature guy. I grew up loving nature. Is when you watch those nature shows and they show the whales in the ocean, right? Those blue whales, humpback whales, whatever you want to call them. You always see those little smaller fish kind of tagging along at the bottom or on the side of that whale. And what they're doing is they're getting the crumbs. And so as that bigger whale eats and those crumbs are falling down, that food is kind of scattering about the ocean, those smaller fish that are tagging along, following that bigger whale everywhere, they're also able to eat as well. So that's the best analogy I have. We're the smaller fish in the ocean. So I know we don't like to think of ourselves like that, but that's what we are when it comes to the market. We're the smaller fish, and what we need to do is we need to be following the big money, those big whales around. As they're pushing the market around, we need to be following them as well and getting those crumbs that they're dropping by pushing those stocks higher. And what those crumbs do for us is ultimately they create financial freedom, and ultimately they create generational wealth for us that we can pass on to our loved ones, to our children and all that. So that's the beauty of that. That's the two things that I recommend for people that are in the market, whether you're a beginner or you have experience. To keep things simple, the market doesn't have to be complicated at all. To keep things simple, follow the big money. Focus on the top line revenue of a company. Make sure those revenues are increasing on a regular basis. And secondly, follow the institutional money and make sure you're riding the wave of those stocks going higher and higher from institutions buying up those shares. And we want to put our money where that money is flowing to. So those are the two things I recommend. And to wrap this up, so you guys out there, you guys know we have an awesome course called Flex University, where we simplify the market for people that are looking to learn this game and looking to invest and trade the right way. We make it very easy to understand. You can follow along in your own portfolio, and you have the success that you're looking for to create financial freedom and create that generational wealth. Check us out at flexfinancialtg.com. Flex University online program. You can learn at your own pace. You can access our videos anytime you like. Watch them over and over again until you get this content and understand the strategies and things that we teach. We upload new videos every single week to keep you sharp, keep you learning. And again, we're going to simplify this game to help you be successful in the market. So check us out, flexfinancialtg.com. If you guys don't do anything else, definitely follow my tip, follow my advice for the day, follow the big money in the market. And that right there is going to make a huge, huge difference in your trading and investing as you guys continue along this journey. So that's it for me. Thank you guys for tuning in today. If you guys have any questions, definitely DM us, hit us up on our website as well, flexfinancialtg.com. We always like interacting with people and answering questions and helping out where we can. Also, we do a free consultation call right there on the website. You can book with Kev and I, and we'll jump on the phone and answer questions about the program or questions that you have about trading. we're always happy to help people out. So hit us up. That's it for me. Thank you guys for tuning in. Again, you guys tuned in on YouTube. Definitely hit that like, subscribe button, share this out. Follow the big money. That's it for me. We'll see you guys next time. Have a good one. Peace.